Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. Gonna break down one of my favorite Grateful Dead tunes. Gonna show you all the licks and a couple of soloing positions. You know, really break it down for you. Anyway, thanks for supporting me here at Marty Music. I appreciate you clicking subscribe and hitting that bell notification. Really helps my channel out. So thank you so much. All right, let's break it down. All right, this one, like a lot of other famous Grateful Dead tunes, revolves around the Mixolydian scale. For this song, let's think of the main three chords are B, which also is B7 sometimes, A major, and E major. Those chords in that relationship emphasize B Mixolydian. So we're going to get into a bunch of the little tricks and licks and things, but let's just talk about the structure. It starts with a groove over B. Then E major to B. Got a little B7 there. Don't worry, I'm going to show you all the licks, but we just want to look at the structure. E, B. A, E, B, A, E. A, E, B, A, E. Back to the B. So that's pretty much the gist of all the main parts of the song other than the bridge. One more time. E, then B, E, back to B. A, E, B, A, then just E. A, E, B, A, E, B. And then there's a bridge. So let's start with, I'm going basically if you found the most famous version of this on Spotify, this is where I'm taking most of this stuff from. So the first kind of Jerry thing. So it's a root. And I'm playing octaves, so you're on the 9th fret of the D and the 12th fret of the B, and that's all you're hearing. You're muting everything else. So it's like 1, ow. Then you bring that over to the 12th fret of the high E with the octave below on the 9th of the G. And you do a slide down a half step from 12 to 11. So after that slide, you go back to the first note, the B, the 9 and the 12. So you got 3, 4, 1. And then we're doing another octave, 9 to 7. And so I'm on 9 of the A and 11 of the G. And that goes down a whole step. So now that first note you could do as a full chord. It depends if you're doing 2 guitars or you're playing it by yourself. I've mostly played this one as the only guitar player, so I mix and match, but or then holding that same shape on the A and the G, you just do a half step down, so you're on 6 and 8, then up a half step to 7 and 9, then up another whole step to 9 and 11, then up another whole step, which would be 11 and 13, then a half step. And that is the B Mixolydian. And so that last one, you got the 11 and the 13. So from the top. Now we are going to play da 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 da. So Jerry, it's really interesting because there's two melodies happening at this part. You know, you got the ba da da ba ba da ba da da. Then Jerry's playing that same, I believe it's Jerry, is playing the same thing we were just doing. And then the longer one. Other guitar. Oh yeah. Love that. Okay, anyway, that other lick, some different positions to play it. I'm doing it by ear. I didn't look to see which spot, but so I'm hitting the root with my middle finger, which is 7 of the E, and then 5 to 6 slide, which is that. Still Mixolydian. So you got that to that. And then pinky, or I'm using pinky, on the 9 of the A. And so I'm just going. And so that index finger is the 6 of the D, back to 9 on the A. And then I hammer it up to 7. So one guitar is playing that line while I believe the Jerry one is. So those are happening at the same time. That's pretty much most of the signature stuff up to that point. There's a bridge. So I'm playing F sharp major. F sharp, da 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 da. It's all on that chord. Then you roll it to a B. A, B, 2, 3, 4, E, rings, 3, 4. Now we go back. F sharp, B, A. Etc. So let's go back to that bridge. Remember, the first time, F sharp, ba ba ba, B, A, E rings out. And you can fill that with some licks. F sharp again, B, A, lick. And it's the same lick as they're basically outlining chords. So the first lick's E, ba da 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 da, then F sharp, da 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 ba da da da, then A, so the 5th fret, bum ba dum ba da da da, then B, bum ba 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 da da ba ba da 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 ba 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 da ba. Just intensifies on a B7 right there as the lick climbs up. So let's do the lick now, shall we? Hope you're still with me. So much to get from these licks too, you guys. And also just knowing that they're over chords. So it's an open E. And in fact, the feel is. And right? It's the same kind of feel as that lick we were doing earlier. So you have open E, and then a hammer on from 3 to 4. And I'm on that second fret, dun, 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 between the 2 and the 4, dun, 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 the root. Slow. Now over F sharp. Let's see, you could, so second fret, and then you could slide from 5 to 6. I believe I was going. I'm lazily using my pinky sometimes. If you're still trying to, you know, depending on what level and how much you use your pinky, blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying. So E, F sharp, and then the little box is on the 4 and 6 of the A and D. So. Exact same thing now starting on A. So 5th fret, and then 8 to 9 slide, and then you have the 7-9 box. Then the exact same thing starting now on the B, 7, and that would be a 10-11 slide, and then the box is between 9 and 11. That's all the same, but then you gotta go da 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 da, which is between that 9 and 11 up to 13, and then you go over to the G, and then you're on the G, and you're doing 11, 13, back, and then you're sliding from 13 to 14 on the G. So. All right, just notice the last two little things. So we're just kind of on the 2 notes. And that last one's a half step, 13 to 14, and then you're right there again. So that last little thing there, it's all part of that B Mixolydian scale. So we're going middle finger on that 7. This is emphasizing a B 7 chord. So that's an arpeggio. So that would be 6 to 9 on the A. And then I roll over to 9 on the D. And then I go a whole step down to 7. So that's the first one. The next one, pinky, these are all little arpeggios from the scale. So I'm doing 9 on the A, 7 on the D, 6 on the G, and then now 9 on the D. And that's like an F sharp minor. It's all over a B7 groove. And then start on that note. And so I'm doing that, 9 on D, 6 on G, 9 on G, then 8, and then now 9 on D. There's a little like ghost note in there, but just think of it as, that's really important, is the 6 to 7 on the D. You know, you can start noodling around as one would do. Let me show you one really good position for soloing in this. I mean, up and down the whole neck, the B mixolydian is great everywhere, but this is one that on that particular recording, the most famous live version, he sticks in this spot quite a bit. You might think of it, I mean, you might have seen it as like, for instance, F sharp Dorian. But F sharp Dorian with B as the root is B mixolydian. So F sharp Dorian and B mixolydian are the exact same notes. The only difference is it's B mixolydian when B is the root and feels like home bass. So if I were to just loop the chords, you'd see that that scale works so well over it. So So then one other thing to think about is, and you can look up videos on this, but you can use the skeleton of the B major pentatonic up and down the whole neck and then know where the half steps are. Even if you didn't know modes, you can add and even experiment with different half steps. So like a classic first B major pentatonic would be the same thing as G sharp minor pentatonic. but our B is the root. All right, there it was. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you again. You can request anything you'd like to see in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe right here to Marty Music. Thanks again. See you later.